How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are testing out the Happymodel Mobula6. It is a 65mm 1S brushless motor, tiny hoop, weighing in at just under 20 grams, and that is without the battery. It is available with either the 0802 19,000 kV motors or the 0802 25,000 kV motors. Here we are testing out the 25,000 kV motor version. The motors are plug and play, so no soldering is required to swap them out, and the props that come with it are the Gimbal 1219 tri-bladed push-in props. Although they are the push-in props, it is on there pretty tight, and I had no issues with them flying off. Now we also have the PH2 battery connectors with solid pins, and there is the easily accessible micro USB port. Now the flight controller is the Crazy Bee F4 Lite flight controller. It has the built-in 5 amp BLHDS 4-in-1 ESCs and a built-in SPI Frsky receiver with RSSI output and telemetry. Now the receiver mode can be set to the D16 mode or the D8 mode, but they do recommend it to be set to the D8 mode. And it also has a built-in 40-channel 25 milliwatt VTX with race band and smart audio. Now the camera is the Runcam Nano 3 CMOS sensor FPV camera with 800 TV lines, 2.1mm lens, 160-degree field of view, and it is tilt adjustable, one screw on each side of the canopy. Now the canopy is molded hard plastic and has 3 screws that hold it down. There is a foam pad right between the camera and the flight controller, probably to minimize the vibrations which may cause jello. There is a copper wire, and that is for a VTX antenna, and there is also a black wire, and that is for the receiver antenna. Now the plastic frame is a bit soft and it will give a little, so it won't break as easily as the hard plastic type, which is ideal for a tiny hoop frame. And this is the box that it came in. And in the box we get the instruction pamphlet. Tells you everything you need to know to get this quadcopter in the air. And we also have a bag of goodies containing a screwdriver, prop removal tool, and a extra set of full props, and some small tiny screws there to replace any screws that might fall off on the quadcopter. We got the charged dongle, and we get 4 of these 300 milliamp high voltage batteries. So without the battery, it will come in at 20 grams exactly, and with one of those 300 milliamp batteries, it will come in at a total of 27 grams. All right, so here we go with the test flight of the Happymodel Mobula6. I have the battery already inserted, and I did put a toothpick so that the battery doesn't slide back and forth. And I'll be using my Jumper T12 remote for the testing, so let's go ahead and power it up. Line of sight first. All right, good to go. Connect the battery. I can faintly hear the ESC singing here out on the field. So let's go ahead and check it out. There we go. All right, very nimble. You know, this thing has a pretty decent amount of power. and very easy to control here. Everything is stock at the moment with the PIDs that it already came with, and the rates I believe is Betaflight default rates. And this thing is just awesome. Look at that. Look at how tiny it is. Alright, let's see how powerful this thing is. Do a little punch. Oh wow. 1S punch, and it is awesome. It has tons of power for its size here. Oh, look at that. Some 2S tiny hoops have just about the same amount of power. Look at that. Oh wow. So the power to weight ratio is just perfect. And here I am out in the field, one of the biggest fields that I do my long distance testing out the smallest quadcopter there is, just about. Oh yeah, looks really, really nice. Alright, let's see if it can do acro here. Oh, definitely can do acro here. No issues whatsoever with catching itself from the fall. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, you can do acro with this thing. And it's just 1S. Remember them days when we used to fly those tiny hoops with the brushed motors? We were barely able to do a flip because it will hit the ground. Well, this one has no issues whatsoever. Alright, so time is up, so let's bring it in and do some FPV with this thing. Nice. Alright, here we go with our first FPV flight with the Happymodel Mobula6. Let's go into the OSD menu. The PID profile is set to PID profile number 1, and here's the PIDs that it came with. And here is the default rates. They set it to Betaflight default rates, so we're going to go ahead and check it out with the Betaflight default rates first. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. Alright, let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, I can see that there is a little bit of jello, a little vibration. And no wonder they have that little piece of foam in between the camera and the flight controller. I was trying to minimize the jello, but we still have some jello here. Okay, but it is flying really, really nice, guys. And look at the camera. The camera is just excellent. Such a small camera, but I feel like I'm flying something bigger. Very nice camera. Oh yeah. Oh, very easy to control. And like I said, very nimble. Oh, look at that. Then you can do acro inside the house. On this one, just about. Oh, very nice, very nice. There we go. And that is the full rotation. So you might want to increase the rates a little bit. And there you go, a loop. No problem catching itself from the fall. Very nice. Oh, wow. 1S. It feels like I'm flying a 2S tiny hoop. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, this thing is awesome. Oh, just fantastic. Woo! Oh man. I don't think there's anything better than this at this size. Oh wow, this is just awesome, guys. The power to weight ratio is perfect. So you got tons of power for what you want to do. And look at that, I'm flying this thing outdoors. This is meant for indoor because this is hoop season right now. But check it out. Really, really nice. Not much of a flight time. I'm getting almost 3 minutes of flight time with this thing. So that's pretty good. I think there's a mod you can do to increase the flight time. But we're just going to test it out right out of the box. Land now. There we go. Our first FPV flight with the Happymodel Mobula6. Alright, so here we go with our second FPV flight, and I'm going to go into the rate profile and increase my rates. I have set my own rates on profile number 2, so we're going to check it out with my own rates here. Save and exit. Everything else is just stock right out of the box. Let's go ahead and check it out. It's actually not that bad of a jello. You can still deal with it. I try to move the foam around a little bit, but it is still giving me jello. So okay, so let's go and check out how far I can go with this thing here. So let's go forward, and it is a 25 milliwatt built-in VTX, RSSI at about 50, 40, so I should head back. So you can basically go about, oh, I would say about 100 meters or so. But this tiny little thing is made to fly indoors. You don't need to go very far. Fly in your living room. Yeah, so small you can probably go into the bathroom. Just don't fall in the toilet. But look at that. And then you can leave one of the windows or your door open, and you can go outside to the front yard, backyard, and do some acro flying as well when there's no wind. Oh, and it is just so nice. Very nice. Okay, with my own rates, it's a tiny bit faster, but still slow enough. It's manageable. Very nice. Oh wow, this thing is just awesome, guys. For a 1S tiny hoop, this is excellent. Just that it has a little bit of vibrations. Yeah, and you can't go too far away from yourself. Awesome. And you are getting about 2.5 minutes to about 3 minutes of flight time with the provided 300 milliamp battery. Oh yeah, this thing is just awesome. And I should be landing it right about here. Alright guys, so that'll do it for now for the Happymodel Mobula6. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time. Awesome little quad.
you